life started changing once I got jacked after 25. And you're probably thinking like, I got more muscles, I'm probably just better looking. But truthfully, even though that's what you've seen on the outside, there was something much deeper that actually shifted and changed my whole life forever. See, look, this used to be me, right? I used to be skinny and so insecure about myself before I got jacked. But what truly changed wasn't even just my physique and my appearance. I remember a time, yeah, a couple of years ago when I was out of shape. I walked into the gym and whilst I was on the bench press doing my sets, right, picking up the 25 kgs dumbbells, incline, and there was this one particular guy that truly stood out. He was vascular. He looked lean, but he didn't look like a bodybuilder, but he had a great amount of muscle mass on him. And I thought to myself in the moment, like, yo, this guy looks amazing. Like, this is the type of physique that I truly want to get towards. And I was probably roughly around about like 22 at the time, right? And there's one thing I always noticed about this guy. Every time I used to see him, it used to be like in the evening time. For some reason, there was always a new girl around him. He'd always be training with a girl. Again, I don't know if it was his girlfriend or it was his friends or, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what his deal was, yeah. But at least once a week, there was like a new girl around him. And I thought, yo, like, this guy, does getting in shape truly change people's appearance and attractiveness? And especially when it comes to your dating life. That's what I thought and assumed. And obviously back then, because obviously I was insecure and I didn't feel kind of like confident about myself, I thought, you know what, the best thing I need to do is just get in shape, bro. So that's one thing I took seriously. I took my health and my physique to a whole new level. It took me about 2.5 years to actually get to the physique that I actually am, like currently right now, you know what I mean? And now I've got veins coming up my biceps, my shoulders are round, my traps are looking good. I got a good amount of muscle mass on my chest and I feel lean, right? So I'm feeling good, I'm feeling confident, right? Like every time I look into the mirror now, I'm just like, yeah, I'm happy in how I look, right? I no longer feel insecure like I used to feel back in the day. But what I truly noticed was there was a shift in my identity when I was making the transition of being skinny and I was starting to get results. There was a point where I truly started to trust the words I was saying to myself. And it wasn't just about building muscle, as I told you earlier. I was almost gaining my self-respect and my self-trust higher within myself, right? Because again, I was someone that was so inconsistent with my training, with my nutrition plan, with even like sleep and recovery. I should just freestyle practically like my gym routine, my food, my recovery. I didn't know how much that shit was actually so important, right? For you to actually get results. And truthfully, the more I built self-trust, the more I felt like I was building my confidence. And I never had confidence when I was younger. That was one thing that was always missing. Like even when I used to try to speak to women, firstly, and I never even got noticed. Secondly, bro, I'd be stuttering all my words, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd be trying to chat and I'd be like, "Ugh," and I would just get too nervous and I'd be like, alright, fuck it, man. I'd already put myself in the friend zone, you get me? But as time went on and as kept staying consistent in the gym, I kept my word and my promises to myself, and my confidence started to grow and grow and grow. And before you even know it, my confidence was out the roof, bro. And every time I used to kind of like, speak to women now, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'd be on gym dates, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'd be going to the gym with girls, just like the person I was kind of inspired by training when I was younger, right? And it's crazy to think that it's not even about you being in shape and having the results. It's about the identity shift that you build. It's the habits that you start to attain. It's the confidence that you start building. It's the self-respect and the self-talk that you talk to yourself that starts to become your new identity, right? And I always used to think, oh yeah, just getting muscles is the main thing. But truly, it's the character that you become before you get the results. That's what truly changed, right? So yeah, that was the first thing. Your confidence starts to build dramatically and you'll start to shift into someone new. Your old self technically actually starts to vanish. That's the truth. And then your new identity starts to appear. All right, so the second thing, what changes once you get jacked, right, after 25? People from your past don't even recognize or remember you. I remember a time, right, when I walked into a bar and I seen a couple of my old school friends, and I've walked up to my boy. Yeah, his name was Jack. Like he was my best friend in school. I walked up to him, and I was like, "Yo, Jack, is that you?" And he looked at me, and he's like, "Yeah, how do you know my name?" I was like, "What do you mean, bro? It's me from school." He's like, "Nah, bro. Honestly, I don't know who you are, bro." And he was almost like weirdly enough a bit like intimidated by me, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously I'm bigger now, you get me? I've got muscle mass on, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking fresh, I'm looking good. And he was kind of a bit like, nah, sorry, like, who are you again? Can you like try remind me? His face started to be like a bit like cautious, like, oh shit, like, have I done something? Like he was a bit like shocked, you know what I'm saying? Because even though I was speaking to him, I wasn't like, hey Jack, how you doing? I was like, yo, Jack, what are you saying? I was kind of like putting it on him because I thought he'd know me, you know what I mean? And he was like, sorry, and then I said, it's me, Minesh from school, man. Remember when we used to play football on the park literally every Fridays? And he'll be like, what the fuck? Minesh from school. And I said, yeah. He's like, yo, bro, you fucking changed, man. You know what I'm saying? And then obviously we did like a little, them little like hugs and that, like, you know, them, what you saying, bro? One of them ones, yeah. And he's like, yo, bro, you've got massive, bro. Like, even like your face is like, you can see your fucking jawline and shit. And I was like, yeah, I know, man. Fucking things have changed. But he's like, yo, what, you live in the gym now? Yeah. I'm like, nah, I don't live in the gym. That's just obviously, I've worked on myself, you know what I'm saying? And again, because the person that I used to be, the way I used to carry myself back in the past, right? I was a bit more shy, a bit more nervous. I wouldn't really, put in my energy out there. Compared to now, obviously I see my boy Jack now. I literally went straight up to him, bro. I went straight up to him and said, yo, what are you saying, bro? I was a lot more, what's the word? Again, confident, a lot more open. My energy was a lot more open. And he didn't recognize me because not only did I look different, but the way that I carried myself was completely different. I remember even like girls didn't even recognize me like from school. But my point is again, like people from your past are not even gonna recognize you anymore because the way that you carry yourself, the way that you even look completely changes. Like once you get jacked, bro, people automatically find you a lot more attractive, a lot more appealing. They treat you different, right? And that transformation will literally make you unrecognizable, bro. It truly will. And the third and final point, this one truly made the biggest difference in my life, right? Even though, cool, I've gained the muscles, I've taken care of my appearance, I look a lot more better, right? But the main thing that truly changed was how I spoke to myself in the mirror, the way I treated myself on a daily basis, right? Because again, before I was someone, when I was skinny, every time I used to look into the mirror, I wasn't even ever happy about myself. I wasn't truly proud of the person I was becoming. And since you get jacked and you're in shape, I've built my confidence. I actually feel better about myself. I look into the mirror now and I'm totally proud of the person I'm becoming. Even though again I've got new aspirations, new goals I want to achieve, right? But the moment you start to understand that your self-talk is the most important thing about yourself, you can change your whole life, bro. And getting jacked led me to being a lot more positive. Now I can actually see opportunities. And weirdly enough, I start to attract more opportunities because I feel 10 times better about myself. I'm more in a positive mindset. right? And your energy attracts energy. That is the truth. That's one thing I've realized, right? Whatever you are is basically what you attract. Deep it now. I'll give you a good example. If you're out of shape, right, and you don't take care of yourself and you're ugly, what type of partner will you attract? The same type of partner. Someone that doesn't take care of themselves, someone that doesn't take care of their health, someone that doesn't, do any sports, for example, right? You'll attract the same type of person. But I promise you, the moment that you get jacked, the moment that you start taking care of yourself, the more you upgrade your standards of living in terms of your health, in terms of your career, your finances, or whatever you choose to do, you will actually attract that same quality and that same type of person in your life, whether it's a partner, whether it's friendships, whether it's a business partner. I truly did not understand that getting jacked after 25 was just about your appearance and just about your muscles. It truly is not. It's the quality of life that you bring to yourself. And the moment you have higher quality and higher standards for your own life, that's when things start to shift. And for you to get in that position, taking your health is the number one thing I'd tell everyone to do, because it doesn't just bring, again, muscles and appearance. There's so many more bigger, deeper qualities that it brings to your life, man. And I cannot explain it any better than that. That being said, if you found this video very helpful, please leave a like down below and comment down below what you guys truly think. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.